Hey, Tony Gaskins here popping in now. Hey, listen, you see this? Discipline over desire. Now, my homeboy, who I would say probably is my best friend, but and this the crazy thing about it. That's my best friend. I tell him any and everything about my business, and we don't even talk. Like we probably talk. We don't talk on the phone at all. Like we see each other on special holidays, and that's the craziness of my life and how busy I be to where I don't get on the phone with nothing but clients and business meetings, and that's how real it get. But he got me this here sweater for Christmas, and it's crazy that somebody that know you, he met me when I was 18. We played college football together. Would and his wife make stuff with the heat press, and it's crazy that somebody who know you will get you some that define you, cause he know I'm a faithful man. He know and see for all the haters out there. But I want to talk about this because the spiritual warfare against our relationships, and for the specifics and all of that you have going on in your life, the link is in the description for one-on-one sessions. You'll see it's a discounted holiday or whatever session. Book it in the March right now though. But if you book 4 or more up front, then send an email in, and then I'll get you in before March. But sometimes you get lucky because it's a cancellation in January or February. So what you got to realize and understand is there is an attack on us, and the attack is to enable us, disable us, hinder us from having healthy relationships. That's all it's about. And there is a thing that we dealing with right now to where men and women don't believe that there's such thing. I coached a virgin the other day, and I told my son, hey, coaching a 24-year-old virgin. He said, give me a break. Meaning, stop lying. I don't believe it. Impossible. And I have clients that are virgins in their 40s, several in their 30s. And my son and every man out there don't believe it. So guess what? A man will get with a woman and start building a relationship. And when she tell him, even if she's not a virgin, even if she's abstinent, and she want to be abstinent until marriage. I've coached women who've been abstinent for 10 years, 8 years, 5 years. I coached somebody the other day been abstinent for over 20 years. Was abstinent over 20 years. And I say that to say nobody will believe it. Because here's the thing, like you could be abstinent, right? But if you talking to your life coach, what does it benefit somebody to lie to me? Like, you could just say you abstinent. You don't have to say 20 years, 25 years, 22 years, 10 years. Like, they know it's not a possibility of being with me. I can't even see their face. I'm on the phone with them. Like, I don't even know if the name they put in is their real name. So what's the point of lying? So that's how I know they not lying. And I could tell they not lying. But if I go out into the world and I tell the men out here in the world how many amazing, ready women it is, and I'm going to tell you, men say, well, oh, they doing that for you. They putting on for you. A person, we can't act. Like, we can't fake. Like, a woman can't fake. If she is rude, annoying, inconsiderate, arrogant, a little off, like slow or autistic or something like that, I'm gonna be able to tell because I'm on the phone with her for an hour. So I'm gonna be able to read her personality and tell what type of person she is. And then if I talk to her again and again and again, and guess what? I get to see a lot. I get to hear a lot. And I'm gonna tell you the number one thing that I noticed that women are going through is unsurety. just like panic attacks and depression and just not being sure of themselves, not being confident, double and triple, quadruple guessing, and having a lot of worries and not feeling the strength and the confidence to just go, to just take action, and asking a million questions to take the smallest step. And to be honest with you, what it has shown me is the need for a man in a woman's life, because see, as a man, we'll make a decision and we'll take action without all the information, without all the instructions. Just how men get a box from the store, buy something from the store, and bring it home and start trying to put it together without reading the instructions. And then when you get stuck or something upside down or out of place, then you go to the instructions. Or my homeboy I'm telling you about, he pride himself off of remembering the directions. We be on the road, we at a hotel, we leave the hotel and we go to the event center where I'm doing my engagement at, and we come back. After we go once, he like to come back without the directions. The test his mind and to show that he could remember directions. And I let him do it. And for the most part, he could do it. It's only been probably once or twice that he lost, made the wrong turn. But that's how men will do. And so what it's showing me is like, man, okay, this different. And to God be the glory, my wife's not an entrepreneur, because I probably have to be dealing with that. All the uncertainty and all the questions and all of that I'm doing on a coaching call. But that's what a coaching call is for. But men won't believe the need and necessity of them in a woman's life. And then what the devil has taken and done is he's made us despise each other and hate each other. Just like one of my people sent me a screenshot of this lady, and it was just some random lady, a couple thousand followers on Instagram, talking about she went through my videos and that I'm a walking red flag. Like, really think about that now. Really think about that. And that's the level of delusion. So and that's her opinion, I'm not mad about her opinion, but if I am a red flag, what does that make every other man? You see what I'm saying? If a man who is been married for 19 years, who is 100% faithful to his wife, have never had a scandal, ain't never had no scandal since I've been out here, there's still women with doubt in their mind. So it's like, what does a man have to prove? Like, how much does a black man have to prove to a black woman? I ain't never seen a white woman come over and doubt me, because they don't know black men. They don't understand us. So if somebody been married 19 years, we got scandals on Tyler Perry, the billionaire, saying he molesting people, touching people. We got scandals on Donnie McClurkin. We got scandals on P. Diddy. We had scandals on Jay-Z. They even had some little random scandals on LeBron James, talking about he cheating with this girl, cheating with that girl. Like, scandals on almost every mega pastor. Scandals on TD Jakes. Scandals on, not relational scandals, but integrity scandals on Joe Osteen. Wouldn't let the people into the church after Hurricane Katrina or whatever hurricane it was. It's like Steve Harvey got his own TV show, and on his third marriage, no disrespect, but on his third marriage, and was given a TV show. So all of the black men, the mega speakers, all of that, you got no scandal. It's probably 5 of us that got over 1 million followers online with no scandal. But yet, the ladies say, I'm a walking red flag. And then the lady who sent me the thing, she commented on my post about me not cheating on my wife. And she said, Tony, I wish I could take that 10 million off of you. But I know that there's nobody in the world that you having an affair with. And she said, I'm really sad. And so, if she say, I'm really sad, she not really sad. It's a joke. The lady screenshotted her, added her to her story, added the lady, and said, and this the kind of woman he cheat with. So not only is she cheating with the man, but she doubly disrespecting his marriage by commenting on the post. So here is this lady, a black woman now, which is sad because we're supposed to be sticking together and on the same team. She attacking a innocent black woman. I've never met this woman in my life. Don't know this woman from a can of paint. And another black woman attacking her, calling her a whore, calling her a Jezebel, and saying that the lady is sleeping with me. And saying that the lady who I'm sleeping with commenting on my post. That is the spiritual attack, because here this lady is completely shot out and then had over 2,000 followers on Instagram. So that means she got a little bit of an audience that she permeating, like she's spewing her hate. She's spewing her delusion. She's spewing her ignorance on thousands of people. Because you listen to this, how many followers you got on Instagram? Like the average person gonna have under 500 followers on Instagram, and it's mostly friends, family, and bots, like fake accounts. This lady got over 2,000 followers and telling baseless lies. Now, and people say, oh, Tony, don't address the hater. I ain't addressing the hater, because if I care, I go sue the pants off of her for defamation. She can't beat me in court. She ain't got more money than me. And I know that, cause my best friend a billionaire. So if I need a little loan to win this lawsuit, to take her house, to take her car, to do everything I want to do, if I care, I could do that. I don't care. What I care about is the mindset, the delusion, because that hurts us as a whole. Like, they talked about Jesus. They crucified him. I don't care what nobody say about me. I care about the image that they painting. So when I did that video, I was told about the stuff the day before, and it probably was just one or two comments, but I addressed it because I know people thinking it. Anyways, people thinking that. And it's men and women. Like, I will see men that come in my comments. One guy, he talking about, oh, a real one wouldn't have addressed it. It's like, who won't address a lie? It's like, that's like saying Tyler Perry not going to address the lies against him. Donnie McClurkin ain't going to address the lies against him. If they saying it's a lie, that's why they addressing it. If you don't address it, people going to think it's the truth. Don't nobody give you the benefit of the doubt, but nobody said it on a large scale. And then somebody say some blogs posted it. I ain't see it on none of the blogs, but you know how the blogs posted it? They did it just to see if it was anybody that I'm sleeping with that'll come out and say something, because they know if something going on, they know they'll get a message. The people will write them anonymously, or the people will send them information. That's why they did it, and that's why I said it. And that's why I did it so boldly, because it's like nobody finna let you just spit in their face and all of that and talk like that if you doing something wrong. That would have been came out. But it's the mindset that bothers me, that black men, black women can't believe that there's pure black women and pure black men. It's sad that we have millions of people who don't believe in a pure, healthy, happy relationship. We got millions of people who don't believe that a man could be faithful. We got millions of people who don't believe that a woman can be faithful. And when you really go into them dark web alleys and you listen to the way men and women talk about each other, and you listen to all of the doubt, all of the hate, all of the shame. And like the other day, I seen the lady saying if a man slept with 50 to 100 women, then he gay. He done slept with men. And it's like a complete baseless, have nothing. I'm one of the men that's done did that. And guess what? Every man I know done did that. Not every man literally, but every man who built like me, like athlete, relatively decent looking, have did that. And we ain't never done nothing gay. So here she is, she take this and she just spew this to thousands of people with no basis for it. And so now it comes to where what's natural and normal for me, and don't mean right, but meaning that's the life David lived. That's the life Solomon lived. It's like men in the Bible was living like that, sleeping with countless women. And God was able to use them when they renewed their heart, they consecrated their heart. God could use you. But here's the thing. That's just being spewed. The same thing. She said the same thing about women. That every woman that done slept with 20 men or more have kissed a girl or done something sexual with a woman. And that's not true. Because I talk to women all the time who just went through trauma, went through pain, and just didn't know no better and was in college just living their life. Had one night stands, just out having fun, not being affirmed, not knowing who they were, not knowing what they was looking for, and just living their life and just out there and never did nothing with no woman. Don't want no woman. But what we doing is we getting online and we spewing negativity and hating on each other. So then we can't even build together. And I'm going to tell you, it's so many women that I coach, and women who earn six figures, women who successful, women who beautiful. One of my clients who is a beautiful woman, she have a boyfriend now, and I coach her when she was single. And I coach her and her ex-boyfriend, and now I coach her and her current boyfriend. And so I don't walk with her through being in a relationship, it turning toxic, her being single, now her being in another relationship, and it being serious and intentional. And she brought me into that relationship, and her boyfriend is a cool guy. And had she not brought me into it, I don't know if it would be as good as it is. But sometimes when a man knows that a woman has positive role models in her life and an example of what a real man is, it encourages him to either keep being a good man or to become a good man or to be a better man. But if a woman has no men in her life, no representation, then a man realizes he could do what he want to do because she don't have a comparison. She don't have a father, a brother, a male like mentor, life coach, therapist, whatever it is. And so now I'm seeing that, and guess what? That post that I did where I was talking about people talking about I'm unfaithful to my wife, that post that I did, she commented on the post and was talking about my character and how people who really know me know. And it hit me hard because I'm like, man, Lord, you know what? That's amazing because that you gave me the strength to remain on the up and up and the straight and narrow with her when she was single because she beautiful. So if I was a flawed man, if I was a nasty man, if I was a man of low integrity, I could have started whispering lies to her about me and my wife not doing good, and I'm thinking about a divorce, and coaching is my outlet. And when I met her in person, I could have said anything to her. But because I kept it cordial, and because I kept it professional, and because I talked to her so many hours, so many times, and never came on to her. And she knows she pretty because she done seen how men talk to her and treat her and all of that right there. She was able to vouch for the man that I am. And that right there, and I had some beautiful clients who, after I post that video, some of them who don't know me as well, they text me, they want to get on the phone, like they want to see, like, is it any cheating going on? Is something going on? And a lot of people went to being nosy. They went to being nosy as if it was like some real allegations out there or some real stuff. It wasn't even no real allegations. It wasn't no allegation like a woman come out and said she's sleeping with me or doing that. It was just somebody told me somebody was saying something on TikTok. And so here it is. I take and address something that's something real small just to shut it right on up, put it on out there. The algorithm broke. They showed it on everybody's timeline. People say they ain't seen me on their timeline in years. And that video got on their timeline. That's how much we love negativity. That's the spiritual attack. So even just the introduction of like, oh, is this an allegation against him? There's actually no allegations against me. It's just somebody said something speculative like, oh, I bet he is not faithful to his wife. Somebody said something like that. And because of what happened with Derrick Jackson and with these other men who done left their wife, now it's a segment of men and women who believe that's every man. And they believe that that's everybody and that nobody could be faithful. Nobody could be honest. Nobody could be pure. And I'm going to tell you another sad thing is that's spiritual warfare as well, is the fact that men on average don't believe that what I'm doing and what other men who are trying to help relationships and help women and speaking the truth and giving the game, they can't believe and they don't believe that it's authentic, that it's pure. They looking at it like, oh, and I had so many men come to me and tell me or comment, he doing this to get P. I bet he gets so much P off of these messages. And it's disheartening because it's like, man, you can't even see yourself in another black man. You can't even, I ain't never had a white man. There's a lot of white men that follow me. I ain't never had a white man comment that. I ain't never had a white man say, Tony, man, you sure you just ain't doing that for money? Or you sure you just ain't doing that for clicks and for likes? When they meet me, they believe me through and through. They believe me. They know it's real. Black men, they be skeptical. And it's sad that we can't even believe in our own kind. That we hate ourselves so much that we can't believe that there could be a healthy and a positive example of a black man because so many fathers were not in the home. So it's hard for a man to believe a black man could be honest and could be pure if the man who is responsible for his life walked out of his life. That's spiritual warfare. So think about that. If the man who's supposed to love you the most turned his back on you, how are you to believe that another man has your best interest at heart? That's spiritual warfare. That is why there's an attack on the family. That's why it's an attack on the black man, to get the black man to leave his family. Even right now, what we're seeing with the Desmond Scott situation, the Sharon Moore situation, the Elijah McDavid situation. That's 3 black married men who now will probably be divorcing their wives. And then the kids that's in those marriages is going to suffer. Even though the midday one, I think it was just his bonus son. But still, the boy going to suffer because of what was done to his mom. That's spiritual warfare. So it's so many women that hate men and so many men that hate women. And the worst part about it is some of these people get a social media presence. Some of these people get a podcast, and some of these people go out there and weaponize those messages. And they spread that hate, they spread that doubt, they spread all of that. And where does it come from? Their pain, their trauma, their experiences. So like the lady came on my page, she talking about walking red flag. It's like, where is a red flag at with positive, uplifting, motivational messages? But it's because she doesn't trust men. Because she may think that I'm a handsome man, and she may think that I'm this or I'm that I can't be trusted. So it's her insecurity then being projected out onto the entire world. And then now it's going to make other people look and wonder and question, because they look and they say, well, this is a grown adult who appears to have all their faculties working in place. So maybe she sees something I don't see. Maybe she onto something. I didn't do a video about it or reach out to her, say nothing to her. I don't care, because that's her opinion. Ain't nobody with no real credibility saying that. It's nobody that with real credibility, with a real following, saying that. That's just somebody who probably trying to be relevant and trying to be seen and heard saying something. But that stuff starts to have a ripple effect, and it starts to hit other people, and then one person tell the next person. And so here it is when, think about it, when the devil will take and have us despising and attacking those who are actually living right, living righteous, doing the right thing, how we going to see everybody else that's not? How we going to see everybody else? We're going to be even more harsh, even more dissuading, even more unimpressed with people who not living right. And that's the goal of the devil. The goal of the devil is to get to a place where he have us disjointed. He separates us. He tears us apart, and he makes us despise each other. The devil wants the men to despise the women and the women to despise the men. That's what he wants. That's his goal. And so you see this right here happen. And then here's the thing. Here go the thing. Y'all, let me take a sip of this here smoothly. And so here go the thing. That's what the devil wants. So what happens is it slowly starts to trickle down and happen. And this is what he do now. He attacks the higher up. He attacks the higher up too. He attacks the influencers. When you think about it, it's a lot of influential men and women with over 1 million followers online, and over 1 million followers online, and no spouse, and just expertly single, just career singles, just like nobody is good enough, nobody on their level. There's no, they don't mesh with anybody, gel with anybody. It's all just single life. And so guess what? Everybody who is not on that level of following, not on that level of fame, not on that level of money, they look at that and they say, there must be something to being single. There must be some peace to it. It must be a hack, a life hack. It must be a reason why this person who appears to be able to have anybody There must be a reason why this person is single. So what's going on? Like, what's the real situation here? What's the real situation? And so it comes to that thing. It comes to that thing to where you look and it's like, that's spiritual warfare. So you got to realize that. And here's the thing. You got to do the work with you. The way we change it is we start with you. We start with you. We change with you. I didn't believe that a man could be faithful until I became faithful. I became the change I wanted to see in the world. When I wrote my first book at 22, What Daddy Never Told His Little Girl, one of the questions I answered, I believe, is, can a man be faithful? And my answer was no. At 22, I was dating my wife. We got married a month later, after I published the book. Basically 2 months later. Published the book February 1st. We got married March 30th. And I wrote no. And I honestly thought that it was impossible. And the reason why I thought it was impossible because I had not ever seen it. Other than my father, I didn't really know of other faithful men. I didn't know of that they was cheating, but so I was really just assuming. So I could have saw more faithful men than I realized, but I ain't fully know. And I say that to say it's one of those things to where, y'all forgive me, my it's one of those things to where it's like I was like, I didn't know because I hadn't seen it. And then I decided to try it. And when I decided to try to be faithful, and I realized I had to have something bigger and greater than me. So I had to have God, and I had to have a reason, like a purpose, in order to be faithful. It takes more than love to be faithful. On average, I would say. And when I found that, and then I was able year after year, year after year, year after year, be faithful. That's when I started to realize, like, wow, if I, a man who done possibly been with over 100 women by the age of 21, can turn over a new leaf and be faithful, then I feel like any man can. Nearly any man can. But now what most women don't understand is more decent looking men done been out here. But I found too, a lot of decent looking women done been with 20 plus men. It's just not it's not talked about as much because the zero and the hero concept, to where a man who sleep around is a hero and a woman who sleep around is a zero. So most women can't tell that they done slept with 20 plus men because they'll never live that down. They can't bounce back from that. But y'all see, I tell y'all all the time that I done been with over 100 women by the age of 21, and you'll get a couple of, that's disgusting, but those just people who have never really lived real life. Like, they don't have an understanding of what men are and what we come from and what we go through, and they don't really realize how common it is. So, and they've never really been with a man that was honest, because the men they talked to wanted to sleep with them. So whenever I met a woman, and if that came up, how many people have you slept with? My number was 5. So even when I crossed 50 and I crossed 70, my number was 5. And that's the thing with a lot of y'all women, is a man told you he slept with 5 women, 10 women, 12 women, and it really was 10 times that amount. But we know that it's nasty. We know it's disgusting. We know that's frowned upon. Like, we know that that's nothing to brag about. I just tell you because I'm an honest man, and I'm already married. I don't have a need. I don't have a need for your approval. Like, the only approval that I care about is Cherie Gaskins, and God gave her the strength to choose me. But guess what? I wrote about being with over 100 women in my book, What Daddy Never Told His Little Girl. Before that, my wife didn't know. And when she read that, she was shocked. But she never asked me that question. And I asked her, why didn't you ever ask me? Because I asked you. Why didn't you ever ask me? She said, because I assumed and I didn't want to know the answer. She said, because had you told me the answer, I wouldn't have been with you. And so I don't ask questions that I don't want to know the answer to. So she had what you call willful ignorance. Like, she liked me so much that she didn't want to go digging and find something that would make her not like me. But when I hadn't wrote the book, then it was like, it was a tough pill to swallow for her at first. But then she was like, well, this your purpose. This your calling. Like, you got to tell your story, because now you with me. I'm not finna play that. Like, you step out on me, you tip out on me while we together locked in. Oh, it's a wrap. It's over. And she never, like, in the beginning, she would check my Facebook, stuff like that. She found a couple of messages, nothing serious. Found a couple of messages. But then after a while, after about that first year of marriage, she got past it. We talked about it. I let her know, like, listen, can't live your life like that. Like, I don't know what happened with you and your ex-boyfriend. You can't live your life like that. Like, I ain't checking for you and what you doing and all that right there. Like, you got to be. And since then, I never had no issues out of her as far as insecurity is concerned, going through phones, going through all of that. Never had no issues out of her. And I never went through her phone either. It's like, okay, if something come up, something come up. We catch each other, and we made it clear. If I catch you, I'm divorcing you. If I catch you, I'm divorcing you. Both of us know and understand that if you get caught, you stupid enough to step out here and do something, you get caught, that's it. The last time you're going to talk to me. Other than that, you talking to me through court papers and court letters and all that right there. Judgments and all that. And so that's when I realized a man can be faithful. And that's why I talk about it so much. And that's why I hang my hat on it, because I wouldn't be doing all this talking. I wouldn't even be on here. Like, if I was cheating on my wife, I would be doing like something like what Anthony O'Neill doing, talking about finances. I'd be doing credit repair. I'd be doing real estate investing. Notice that's what guys do when they are sleeping around, fornicating, or they cheating. They stay away from love and relationships. They focus on motivation, finances. They focus on other things. Wherever you proud at, that's what you want to talk about. Wherever you successful at, that's what you want to talk about. I'm more successful at relationships now, at my relationship, than I am in any other area. I'm way more successful in my relationship than I am at finances, real estate, stocks, crypto, investing, branding, business, marketing, all of that. I'm way more successful at a relationship. And so that's what I talk on. And that's what I mean by you got to become what you want to see. So if you want to see faithfulness in the world, you got to be faithful. If you want to see realness and authenticity in the world, you have to be authentic. And you will attract not what you want, but what you are and what you become. That's what you will attract. So you got to realize and understand that. And you got to move like that. And because here's the thing that you're not thinking about. Our thoughts changes our demeanor. It changes our countenance. So if you mad, think about it. If you mad, somebody gonna be able to tell. If you sad, somebody gonna be able to tell. If you happy, somebody gonna be able to tell. If you scared, somebody gonna be able to tell. If you're confused, somebody gonna be able to tell. How? If you're not telling them, if you're not opening your mouth and saying it, how can they tell? Because 70% of communication is nonverbal. So if you're doubtful and skeptical, when you go out and you moving around and you look at a person of the opposite sex, you have a little, just a little snarl on your face that says, yeah, right. I don't even believe it. You ain't even open your mouth and I don't believe you. You a lie before you even speak. I could tell you a walking red flag. Yeah, I know your type. I know your kind. Y'all don't do nothing but lie and cheat. You will not get to know me. I bet you won't get to hurt me. Absolutely not. Who you kidding? Clock it. So here you is. All of that is going through your head. The person you looking at is attractive to you. They got the style, they got the hair, the skin, the face, the nose, the hands, the feet. They got everything you like. But because of your jadedness, because of your brokenness, because of your unwillingness to believe that there is purity in the world, that there's good people in the world, you take and subconsciously reject and propel that person. So now they look at you and they like you and they think you're attractive, but when they feel your energy, they could tell that your energy is negative. They could tell that you're a negative person. They could tell you're a doubting Tom. You're a pessimistic Pam. They could tell that. So what do they say? I'm not going to waste my time because I don't want the headache and then I don't want the heartache because I could fall for this person. And because they so scared of being cheated on and they so scared of being lied to and they so scared of being left, they're not going to give me their all and their everything. And I'm going to be dumping, but not receiving anything in return. And that's going to leave me broken and empty. So they move on with their life. And they will go get somebody that looks less than what they were looking for. They'll get somebody who's not on the level that they want. But that person has a pure countenance, a pure approach, a pure mindset, a pure image and energy and aura, demeanor. And so they look at them and they're like, oh man, you know, this person own it. Like they really y'all forgive my wife texting me. She sent me a TikTok. I was watching TikTok. And so that's the thing. You got to realize it's going to be on you. And here's the thing. Don't be afraid to be the person that's the unrealistic optimist. Like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the unrealistic optimist to where you like, no, I want somebody. I believe that there's somebody faithful. I believe in real love. I believe in a healthy relationship. I believe. So what's going to happen is when you take and you believe that, the thing that's going to happen is you'll take and see that because that's your countenance, your smile is going to be brighter. You're going to have a pep in your step. You're going to have a little more You're going to have a little bit more of that right there. Your smile going to be brighter. Your handshake going to be nicer. Your energy going to be nicer. So you're going to then attract people who like that energy and who have that same type of energy. And I'm not talking metaphysics or anything. I'm talking your personality, how you carry yourself. You're going to attract people who are like that. And that's how you're going to end up with a faithful partner, a faithful spouse, because you believe that it is there. So you're going to attract that, because that's what you have to understand, that this thing is spiritual. You got to understand that. And so once you realize that it's spiritual, and that like spirits attract like spirits, and spirits that are unlike repel. And so you're going to end up to where, if you don't believe that men could be faithful or that women could be faithful, if you one of them men that believe women cheat just as much as men, you one of them women that believe that men cannot change, cannot grow, that mindset is going to put a certain countenance on you. So instead of your smile being as big and bright, it'll be like this. Instead of like this. Hey, how you doing? Great to meet you. All right. You'll be like, hey, how you doing? Great to meet you. So now the person like, oh, that person ain't look too excited to meet me. Like, I don't know, like, what's going on? I don't know. And so that's how they looking and feeling. So the next thing you know is, now here you are. You got that right there about you. And you can't meet who you want to meet because your mindset is thrown off. And this is what we under. And so what the devil does, he raises up. The devil raises up speakers and teachers who are going to carry out what he want to carry out. So if you notice, the devil got a lot of single entertainers, got a lot of people in the entertainment industry. I remember a guy, he was from a movie, he was an actor, and he went on the Breakfast Club, and he was talking about he don't believe in marriage and all of that. So it's like he went way up there to one of the top radio shows in the world, in the land, to say he don't believe in marriage. It's like, sir, okay, why, if you don't, why do we care? Why are you telling us? Keep that to yourself. But he literally went to spew a anti-marriage message. That is the work of Satan. He was sent by Satan to discourage these young men, to discourage these men from marriage, because they like, oh, he's successful, you know, he's in movies, he make money, he's successful. So if he don't believe in marriage, there must be something to it. I want to emulate what the successful people do. And when you think about it, like majority of the rappers, I would say probably 90% of the rappers are single. Or they might get a little girlfriend, but the one thing they don't do is get married. So they living in fornication. So guess what? These young men, they want to live in fornication. That's how they want to move. That's how they want to live their life. Then you look at the women. You have women that's going out here and they saying, have your own, get your own. Instead of saying, choose a man with character who is a provider. They saying, don't trust men. Always go get your own. So now that sends women into a relationship with a guard up, and they saying, I can't trust a man. So how you going to build a relationship and a happy home if you can't trust a man? Because now you taking and you doubting him every step of the way. So here you are, you doubting him every step of the way. So you never drop your guard. You never drop your guard. And y'all never go to the highest level of love that y'all can go to, because you're telling yourself, this man is could be treasonous. This man could be an enemy behind the lines. This man could be the spook who sat by the door. This man is coming to gaslight me, breadcrumb me, love bomb me, use me, abuse me, and then leave me high and dry. So I got to listen to Priyanka Chopra about what her dad told her to always have her own. So I got to go listen to her to make sure I always got my own. And then what happens is you take that mindset the wrong way. Because it's okay to work and it's okay to have your own, but it can't be because you don't trust men. It got to be because you love yourself and you just want to have your own. If you make it because you can't trust a man and you don't believe that a man will truly provide for you, like love you, make you his wife, provide for you, and you not have to lift a finger, if you don't believe that, and that's the life my wife has, as well as probably millions of other women, because they believed it was possible and they was okay with it. And they express it. So you can express your fears, you can express your concerns, you can express your worries. That's what you're supposed to do so that you can expel it. You can get it out there and you can have your man give you assurance and let you know, hey, no, that's not how that goes. Like, we're one. You're my wife. You're the mother or going to be the mother of our children, whether you have them or we adopt them, or our cats and dogs, whatever it is. But I want you to know, realize, and understand that what's mine is yours. Anything you need, I'm going to go and get it. Like, we won. And so now he puts that at ease. And then what you got to realize is if he turns up and he lies, that's life and that's a lesson. Don't let that beat you down. Don't let that break you. You take that lesson, you get up, you brush yourself off, and you go on and you expect the same thing all over again. A man that's going to be honest, a man that's going to be real, a man that's going to be a provider. And realize that sometimes you meet a distraction before you meet destiny. You meet a distraction disguised as destiny before you meet destiny. And so now when you realize that, now you're able to move differently. So now you're not as excited, you're not as turned on, you're not as crunk when you meet a man. Because now you know, oh, I got to get to know this man. And so that's that narrative. And then here go men. They come and they telling women, they telling women that, they telling other men, oh, these women, man, you can't trust them. Like, they'll leave you in a heartbeat. Like, all these women want to do is when you run up a bag, they want to leave you and take half. So now a man goes into a relationship and he clutching his wallet. He's so scared to open his hands and to give so he can also receive. He's so scared and he's scarcity minded. He's scared to really build. He can't really believe in himself and go out there and become a billionaire, become a millionaire, because he's so riddled with fear that he's gonna run up a bag and the woman gonna take half of it for no reason at all. And he don't think about the role he plays in the relationship, and that if he comes in and he's loving and he's caring and he's faithful, that woman has no reason to leave, and she would be a fool to leave. Because if he go run up a bag and he's an amazing man, anybody she leave to go be with is gonna be a disappointment, and she gonna realize that, and she gonna feel stupid, and then she gonna come crawling back. And that's what he don't realize because of what he's been told by these other men, that, hey, you can't trust these women. So on both sides of the aisle, we have this type of disrespect. We have disrespect. And so that's what you got to realize. That's what you got to get to. So woo. I was looking at some of the comments on video. What he commented, and y'all don't get to see all the comments because I be seeing them, I be deleting them. I be deleting. If somebody don't know what they talking about, they just comment. I be deleting it. So sometimes y'all probably go to comments and be like, "What Tony talking about?" I don't even see the comment. Yeah, you got to be on it because if I get to it or you get to it, it be gone, and I be deleting and blocking, blocking, delete, block. You got to block, and when you block them, it deletes their comment anyway. So block, block and delete. So listen, this is what I want you to realize and understand. Get this in your spirit, and y'all, what I'm working on is when I get up early and I get to the office well before my coaching time, I'll be in here working. I'll be shooting videos, so stay tuned. You may have to turn on your notification so you notified. And I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna try to do because anytime I say that, then the devil try to block what I'm trying to do. So just stay tuned, and you'll see. And remember, we enrolling right now the Solopreneur Mastermind course. I believe right now we got 11 members or so. Could be a little more. I haven't checked. But it's going to be a small group, people who want to build a business. The course is April through December. I left it January, February, March open so that I may end up closing it earlier so we could get started in March. Haven't decided yet. But just left it open because some people asked for some time so that they could pay. You put some of their tax return towards it. And so this will be a all-inclusive, all-intensive course. So stay tuned and get you a lot of perks. Visit Tony Gass's Academy. Look for the Solopreneur Mastermind. Watch the whole video. Watch the video before you sign up. But it'll be a lot of perks, one-on-one calls, in-person sessions, just really building, strategizing, marketing, building your business. And so if you ready for that and you trying to go to that level, then by all means, then join me. Also, in the description, you'll see my events. I got Dallas, Miami, and San Diego. Now, if you in California, just take off that Friday, or you could come on Saturday. It's 2 shows on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday. Just gonna be relaxed, chill, State of the Union type talk. So it's really like a YouTube live. So we just in there shooting the breeze. It's a comedy club, so it's real chill and relaxed. You know, of course, come looking decent. Bring a friend so you ain't by yourself. They require that you buy a ticket. You can also buy a meet and greet ticket. And then I think they require that you buy 2 items from the bar. Like they got food and drinks. So yeah, you ain't got to drink. But if you want to drink, you could drink. You know, you can have alcohol. It's not a religious event, and it's not a sin to drink, but it's not church. So just a cool night out. And if you get the meet and greet ticket, then we'll get to, meet, take a picture. So that's San Diego. No, I'm not coming to LA. No, I'm not coming to San Francisco. Get on the road. Get on the road. I ain't spending too much time out there in y'all state. I just did that randomly because one of the guys I follow was doing him a show there. And I told him, I said, man, I really want to book the comedy clubs because they got food and drink already there. And because I don't have to pay for the venue, they just give me an open night. Whereas my other seminars like Miami, that guy is with a gentleman who do a tour. He got to pay for the venue. And that's a fundraiser. The ticket sales going to my nonprofit for my boys program. But then the event in Dallas, where I'm co-producing with Jessica Rich, J Rich Events, you gotta pay for the venue, pay for the food. And my one in Lakeland is sold out, but you got to pay for the venue, pay for the food. And so, it's one of those things to where one of those things. But and yeah, so Lakeland is sold out, y'all. Sorry about that. God bless you. Now y'all know when I promote something, don't be procrastinating, because when it's sold out, it's sold out. People writing me. Actually, Jessica just wrote me about one of her friends procrastinated. Nope, sold out. And that's gonna be the lesson for black people. And you might get there and then be open seats. Well, you have to drive over there then. You might get there and be open seats because everybody couldn't make it. But listen, we have to stop procrastinating. As black people, we got to elevate and we got to do better. We got to stop procrastinating. We got to stop being late to everything. We got to stop procrastinating. We got to live a life of excellence. It's time to be excellent. It's time to be better. And that's what you got to realize and understand. It was a white woman that's out of the country. She was coming to me telling me, Tony, you can't give less service because you're giving something for cheap. And I had to check her and say, go back to the page that you signed up on. And it says the mastermind starts in April. Don't come over here with that, trying to disrespect me. It starts in April. I said it clearly, and I say it every time I promote it. It starts in April. You got to listen and pay attention, okay? Because I operate on excellence to the best of my ability. Everything I try to do it excellent. You name one other life coach that's giving hour-long teachings multiple times a day. Name them. Not out there. I'm number one. And that's because I said so, and that's because my goal. And that's what I'm pushing for. I ain't trying to be second to nobody. I want to be number one. When God meet me, he gonna say, well done, my good and faithful servant. You outworked everybody. You did what my Bible say when it say study the ant. You did that. Well done. You may enter and you may rest. Hey, God bless you. Keep your head up. It's time to take it up a notch. We ain't letting average live around here. God bless you. We'll talk soon.